Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, the Raiders are back in the win column. A 3-game losing streak is no more as the defense made key stops.
Did enough to get the dub, but still is not looking the way we would like it to look. At the end of the day, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to get the win. But it's, I think there's another level we can tap into for sure.
With the struggling Patriots coming to town, the Silver and Black have a chance to keep up the momentum. Vegas Nation Blitz starts now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Entering Monday's game against the Green Bay Packers, the Raiders were on a 3-game losing streak. The Packers looked to make it 4 as they tried to get into the end zone late in the game, but a clutch interception and a couple of kneels later, the Raiders earned their first home win of the year. We'll discuss in our top story. Joining me now, as always, is Review Journal sports columnist Sam Gordon. And Sam, we were talking about this a little bit after halftime during the game. Neither of the offensives looked all that impressive on Monday, so it felt like the defense was going to have to make a play for one of these two teams to win. And wouldn't you know it, the Raiders made the most of their opportunities. 3 picks later, including Amik Robertson's, to basically put the game away, and the Raiders get the W. So what did you see from this Raiders defense that was down 2 of their starting DBs?
First and foremost, Dre, 1 touchdown in the last 6 quarters of this Raiders defense, right? You're not going to apologize for winning a game, however you have to do it. And on Monday night, the Raiders had to do it with defense. I really think it starts with pressure. And when you talk about pressure, you have to talk about Max Crosby, right? A true A-plus level player. He has been a one-man wrecking crew the last 6 quarters, and as a result, you're starting to see improved play around him, right? More of a consistent pass rush. I think what you've seen the last 6 quarters is more consistent pressure and then a real physicality in defending the run that we didn't see against the Chargers. It all starts up front, and they're able to get great pressure now 6 quarters in a row.
All right, Sam, well, let's switch sides of the ball because I want to ask you something about what you wrote on the game on Monday, and we saw it as we emphasized a little bit of the storylines throughout the week, right? We talked Rich Bisaccia, we talked the kicking battle between the Carlson brothers, but we really didn't get into Davante Adams going up against his former squad in the Green Bay Packers, and he was held a little bit in check, right? 4 catches, 45 yards, that's not what we've come to expect from him this season or throughout his career. But Jacoby Myers really stepped up in that game on Monday, and he was the leading receiver, and he's been basically Davante Adams' 1B all season long. So how do you think he's settling in with the team just 5 games in?
Spectacularly, Dre, right? And specifically when he's been playing with Jimmy Garoppolo. Of course, had the 1 game with Aiden O'Connell. But when he's been in the lineup with Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's been 3 games, at least 7 receptions, at least 10 targets, at least 75 receiving yards in all 3. So he's been getting open quite a bit early in the year, giving the Raiders, I think, one of the more formidable receiving tandems in the NFL, with Davante Adams doing a little bit of everything and then Myers going to work underneath. It's been quite the combination so far. That being said, got to find a way to get Davante Adams more targets. I'm sure that'll be the focal point against the Patriots.
Well, for sure, Sam, and thank you as always. And you guys, make sure you go after the end of Blitz and read Sam's work. It's always phenomenal. And you can see what Davante Adams himself had to say about Jacoby Myers after the game. But for now, we're going to send it out to Adam Hill with this week's Fast Takes.
Yep, it's time for Fast Takes, and you can never say enough about Max Crosby. He has been named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for the 4th time in his career, and a lot of it is because what he has done in the run game. 4 tackles for loss on Monday night, a very impressive performance, and that's something he wasn't able to do very much early in his career. He talked about it. He's a little skinnier, didn't quite have the proper fundamentals to set the edge, and he's doing that now, so he's become almost as good against the run as he is against the pass, and we know he is an elite pass rusher in this league. He's kind of added that dimension to his game, but he's not quite sure who he's going to be chasing around on Sunday. The Patriots are in disarray. Mac Jones will remain the starter, we think. At least that's what they're saying. But a very short leash is likely, and Bailey Zappi could come in for New England and try to give them a jump start. So the Raiders are preparing for 2 different guys. Max Crosby preparing to chase 2 different guys around, and that is because the Patriots have been awful. Back-to-back blowout losses, the 2 worst of Bill Belichick's career. It's chaos in New England. They're looking to get right. The Raiders are looking to extend that misery coming up on Sunday. And another guy looking to get back on track, Daniel Carlson, the kicker for the Raiders. First ever time he has missed a clean field goal that wasn't blocked in his career. He said, look, I'll probably miss another one at some point in my career. I'm prepared for this. I'll bounce back. That's another storyline to watch coming up on Sunday afternoon.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler, the perfect bridge between internet pricing and a traditional brick-and-mortar jewelry store. We specialize in loose diamonds, natural and lab-grown, engagement rings, fashion jewelry, custom design, and jewelry repairs. We operate by appointment in our beautiful offices in the One Summerlin building, downtown Summerlin. Our great relationships with the world's largest diamond wholesalers and our low overhead saves you hundreds, if not thousands, on your purchase.
Now it's time to take a look at some key numbers from the Raiders' win on Monday Night Football. 0. The number of passing attempts from running back Josh Jacobs, who was sacked on a trick play. The execution wasn't there, but we liked the attempt to create magic. 2. Linebacker Robert Spillane caught 2 picks in the game. 3. The number of total interceptions the Raiders defense caught, with Amik Robertson catching the game-winning pick in the end zone. 4. 4 targets, 4 catches for wideout Devontae Adams. This is also the total number of tackles for a loss for Max Crosby. 6 Raiders carried the ball on Monday. 7. Jacoby Myers led the Raiders with 7 catches. There were also 7 Raiders to catch a pass in the game. 10. Linebacker Divine Diablo led the Raiders with 10 solo tackles. Welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. The Raiders always bring the stars out to Vegas when there are home games at Allegiant Stadium. So let's take a look at who was out there on Monday night. Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch was walking around during pregame. We saw him out there with a Madden ratings adjuster clipboard as the former Raider chopped it up with the team before appearing with Too Short, vibing out to blow the whistle during the halftime show. That Bay Area soul is still with the Raiders here in the desert for sure. And the Stanley Cup champions were in the house. The Vegas Golden Knights lit the torch before the game and were chilling in the Winfield Club with Lord Stanley as the Raiders took the field. Thank you all so much for watching this week's edition of Vegas Nation Blitz. As always, head on over to vegasnation.com to read all the great work from our team. For the rest of our crew, I'm Leandre Fox, and we will see you again on Saturday for Vegas Nation Game Day.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by DNR House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.